Welcome back, everybody. Tabletop Toki here, and in today's live stream, we have a very exciting unboxing. Many of y'all in the community are familiar with Fliptown, which is a build game with a really cool Western theme from designer Steven Aramini. And today we have the pleasure of unboxing and jumping into and seeing a little bit about what the newest release for this looks like, which is the Lone Gun solo campaign. So very excited to get started there. This was just sent to me. I just picked it up from the mail today. So let's see what we have. Tiny, cute little shipping box. Love it. And if we open it up, an ad for Dinosaurs October Kickstarter October 8th. Hey, that's like just this past couple days. And then we have some other games from Cardboard. Excellent. Cool. Oh, Floating Floors. That was one that I was meaning to try. So very excited about that. All right. And we have our little expansion, Lone Gun Fliptown solo campaign. So from what I know, this is a 12-part solo campaign that is compatible with the base game of Fliptown, obviously. So I'm excited to see. It looks like 12 chapters, one shot at it being legendary. It's got a rule book, storybook, and 35 cards. Excellent. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up and see what we have. Alrighty. I have had the pleasure of playing Fliptown a couple of times now. Multiplayer, I've played it at 2 players and 4 players. I think those are the 2-player counts exclusively. I haven't had a chance to play it solo. I know that you can play just using the normal rules, but it also includes little cow bots that you can play against that take cards out of your deck based on the cards that are revealed each round. So I'm curious to see if this solo expansion incorporates some of that, or other mechanics, or if it's just story-based and you're going through each one. Okay, so we have our tuck box, which I'm assuming is going to fit really nicely in the base game box here, since the cards themselves come in a little tuck box too. Hey, Mike, glad you could join. So actually, let's go ahead and open this up and see. So yeah, we've got some room in here for, boom, that'll just go in there like that. And I love like the filigree and all of the patterning and everything. Just the overall presentation is really nice. And I do appreciate that we have dry erase boards here. So Lone Gun solo campaign, it says 30 to 45 minutes. This is not a standalone game. We have a campaign overview. So we should not play this campaign with any other characters, cowbouts, bounty cards, or expansion decks. Okay. There's a Texas Hold'em variant, which I'm not familiar with, so we won't be using that either. And we have extra star card if we circle all the board on our stars inventory. Okay, cool. So played over 12 chapters. Our goal is to succeed in each chapter by achieving the aim of the game and scoring as many points as possible to earn legendary points, which gauge our overall success throughout the course of the campaign. And at the end, we'll be given an epilogue based on our total legendary points earned. Excellent. So each time we play, there are some differences. We're going to get a character card, it looks like, as well as reading the chapter story and then finding a specific setup card for that chapter. And it looks like there are inventory cards. So there are special items we can get through the campaign. And we can have successes or failures, legendary points, and then every time we start a new game, we're going to kind of reset. The special items will be used in the next chapter unless instructed otherwise. Excellent. So really excited. I anticipate we'll try out the first scenario here today together, because the unboxing part of this is almost done. Let's open up these cards and see what we have here. I'll say we hope everybody's having a great week. I don't know if it's just me, but this week has been crazy. We're like, you ever just have weeks where it's like anything that could go wrong will go wrong? So that's how it's kind of felt. All right, so we have the Stranger and Starting Resources with special ability. We have our chapter score. Excellent for normal mode and hard mode. We'll maybe do normal mode here today. I'm gonna move this off to the side a little bit so we know what we're doing. Okay. Maybe something like that. Perfect. And then we have our extra stars for cards, our inventory. We have legendary points, and we have our setup cards, as well as, I'm assuming these are some of the items. Yes. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and get out the base game components. We have our board here, of course. We're going to need none of these cards, I'm pretty sure, from the base game, since it said not to use those. And if we find out otherwise, then we will do that. We do have characters, though, so I wonder if we're going to choose a character as well. I'm sure it'll tell us. And we have the Stranger, which looks like it is another one. So I don't know if this is the specific character we're supposed to play as, or exactly what's happening there. I guess we'll find out here in a second. I'm curious to know in the chat if y'all have played Fliptown, if you played it solo with the Cowbots. I would love to hear your thoughts on that, because like I said, I have not had the pleasure of trying that quite yet. And it looks like we won't be using Cowbots for this campaign, which is fine by me. I think we play with the Jokers out of the deck. I'm pretty sure, unless we're doing a variant, but I will double check that. Excuse me. Jokers are not used in the game unless playing the wildcard character. There we go. Yes, so we will... I'm going to just have this like this for a second so I know exactly what we need. So chapter 1, we'll leave this booklet out here, and we can read that in a second. And we're going to look at our chapter 1 setup. It looks like we have a first item that we can choose, double-sided, and then we're going to need a character as well, I think. So we'll just try the Stranger since that's the one that's there, unless I find out otherwise. And we'll put these in here for now. And hi, Steven, thanks for joining. And you've played once or twice? Okay. I mean, like, but was it good though? Did you enjoy it? All right. Yeah, very excited to jump in here today. Like I said, in a previous live stream, I actually was able to get a copy of Fliptown from our sponsor, Noble Knight. Shout out to them. Since they deal a lot with new used games, I missed the original campaign, which I was super upset about. A friend of mine at the time backed it. And so I thought, oh, you know, I'll try it out there and then I'll get a copy later. And then it's just difficult to find copies. So glad I finally recently got a copy. And thanks so much for sending over the expansion here. I'm really excited to jump into the campaign because I've heard like a lot of people in our community are really all about Fliptown. I'm like, am I finally part of the cool kids club now that I finally have a copy? All right. So yeah, we'll have to adjust our setup here a little bit as we get going. There's different cards. There are areas for our draw deck, our suit card, value card, and poker card when we're playing solo. So we will do that here in a second, but let's see. All right. Let's see what we have here for our chapter 1 setup. So before you begin, gain your starting resources, and then we're going to choose our first item, the lasso or the poncho. Okay. And the law of the land says on the trail, each time you skip a site, you must pay 2 gold. Ooh. So that's our hearts at the top of the board. I'll give an overview about kind of how the game is played here in a moment for those of you who haven't played, and then we'll get into some details. So if we don't have enough gold, we cannot skip a site, and our aim is to reach the king site at the end of the trail for this first one. Is this available now or is this preview? I believe it is available now. Just came out. Because there was quite a lot of buzz in the Discord about everybody getting excited for it. So I believe you can order. Let me actually double check that. Now available, yes, as of last month. So you can get it on the official store for Right Stuff Games, which is really, really exciting. Yeah. Okay. And there is a chance that it will be coming to P&P Arcade sometime this month. We'll see. But right now you can order the actual physical game or expansion from their website. Okay. We have the law of the land. This is pretty important. And also our chapter score is pretty important. So let's do this. We will put this box here, put our lone gun stuff here. We'll just put that on top of there as our law of the land. We need our draw deck over here. Just kidding. That's what I said. And then we need our draw deck here. We'll have our suit card, our value card, and our poker card for each round. And then we have our special item here, why not? And our character card, which is Stranger. Let me see if I can get some more light over here. Perfect. All right, so our starting resources, we have 4 money. So I'm gonna go ahead and circle 4 cash here, 3, 4, and we have 2 gold. Okay, and these resources will allow us to do certain things on the board. Like I said, I'll give a quick overview once we're set up here. And we have a special ability. Once per game, we can take a bonus action of our choice. Excellent. And we can choose whether we want the lasso or the poncho. So for the lasso, is it lasso? I don't know. Once per game on the trail, gain items listed on a trail site that you skip. Cool. So when we pay that 2 gold. Or poncho, once per game on the trail, ignore all the wanted at the trail stop of choice and gain 2 additional stars. I kind of like lasso. All right, so we have our setup there. We have our law of the land that we're going to be following here for this playthrough. We have our chapter score for normal mode. And let's see, let's read chapter 1 here, a little sneak peek. So it says, a stranger comes to town. With a hitch in your step and a glint of hope in your eye, you embark on the trail, a seemingly endless stretch of cacti, canyons, and tumbleweeds. Trudging along, you gaze upon the orange skyline as it shimmers in the distance, wondering if you have the strength to move ahead in this harsh desert heat. Tiny buildings barely come into view, mere specks of rust-colored dirt on the horizon. It ain't much, but you've got a hankering to call it home. That is, if the local townsfolk welcome a newcomer into their herd. In any case, it's a fresh start, a chance to redefine yourself. Whether you'll keep on the straight and narrow this time or stray back to your old renegade ways, only time will tell. A cool wind kicks up as you push ahead on the dusty path. What little gold you have surely won't take you far out here. You'll surely need to make some stops along the way to resupply if you want to reach your destination. The sun sinks lower in the painted sky, and you hear the howls and yips of a coyote pack, pressing you forward with more urgency. While this may only be the beginning of your journey, if you don't move fast around these parts, it could well be your end. Then we find the chapter 1 setup card to start playing. All right, so we're a stranger in town and we're working our way down the trail. While we get here, I'm gonna pull out the poker hand rankings for my reference. We'll see why that's important here in a second. Since I'm not personally well-versed in the ways of poker, that is one of the important things to keep in mind as a mechanic for this game. So if you're new to Fliptown, a quick overview. Basically, this is our town. We're going to be going through playing various different mini games. At the beginning of the round, we're going to shuffle our deck. We're going to set a sheriff card, so we'll put that off to the side here. We'll put it, yeah, maybe right there. So we might get in trouble depending on what that card is at the end of the round. And then we're going to take 5 turns. Each turn will consist of drawing 3 cards and assigning them based on 2 different kinds of things. Essentially, we'll use the value of one card and the suit of one other card to determine an action and like kind of the strength of that action. So for example, if I wanted to use the hearts to go on the trail, I could then use value 4 or 5 to move along the trail and do the associated actions. The spade will take us to the Badlands, where we're going to try to do some robberies with a push your luck from the deck. The mine will let us work our way down towards endgame scoring based on the 4 different areas. Excuse me. And then the town will allow us to go to different buildings, get different upgrades, resources, points, etc. While we go through these different places, we are also going to be accumulating cash, which we can use mostly in the town I've seen to make different purchases. Gold, which will allow us to manipulate the values or suits of these cards as we go through, and stars, which are going to be our points. Additionally, if we don't like the actions given, we can also go to the cemetery, where we can get some bonuses. Now, the downside of that and some of the other actions are that we are going to gain wanted. So as we become more infamous, at the end of the round, we'll do 5 rounds of this. We will be getting some different resources, but we'll also reveal our sheriff card. And if the value relative to our wanted is not where we want it to be, then we might be in trouble and have to pay a penalty. So the 2 cards we'll set aside for the value and the suit. The last card is going to go into our poker hand. So over the course of the 3 rounds, we'll be building 3 hands. And based on how good our poker hand is, we'll get a benefit down here. So we'll see more of the details as we play through here for each of those different types of things. But that's just a little bit of a quick overview of what we're going to be trying to accomplish here. And of course, I'm saying this mostly for me. We have the law of the land for this first chapter. So our goal is to get to the end of the trail, while of course getting points. And if we skip spots on the trail, we have to pay 2 gold each time we skip a site. Meaning if we skip multiple sites, we have to pay 2 gold per each, I'm assuming. We do start with 2 gold, and once per game, we can take a bonus action of our choice, which means the heart, spade, club, or diamond, we can just do an action there of like a wild value. And we have our lasso, which we can once per game get the benefit of a trail that we skip. So I think that's all we need to know to get started with chapter 1 here. So we're going to jump right into that. For our suit and value, I mean, it seems like a good idea to start off on the trail. I'm not sure that I want to pay my only 2 gold to skip right away. The other option we could do is going to the town. If we bank on red or black using like the 5 and the club and the 2, that means that anytime we draw all 3 red or all 3 black, we're going to get a bonus. And it only costs $4, which is exactly how much money we have. So that might be a good idea as well to get that round 1 and see if we, get any good bonuses. So I think we'll try that. So here's our suit card, which is going to be the club. We're going to do value 2, which lets us go to the 2 building. And then we're going to use the 4 spade for our poker hand. And I might move this a little bit just so the 3 cards each round are within sight for y'all. Okay, and I'll put my draw deck here. So first thing that we're gonna do is we are going to, actually I'll just put this off to the side here because you don't need to see the draw deck. Perfect. Let's go ahead and mark down this poker card. So we have a 4 spade, and then we are visiting the 2 building in the town using clubs. So we're going to circle that to show we visit it. You can visit the same building multiple times, but based on the different kinds of like outcomes, some of them will be beneficial to visit more than once and some will not. We get this 1 point at the top that we only receive the first time we visit the building. And then we're going to bank on red or black. What do we think? We already have 2 out of 3 black. So maybe let's bank on red. So I'm going to go ahead and circle that. And in round 1, if we get 3, we'll get 1 point, then 2 points in round 2, and then 3 points in round 3. Oh, the other thing we can do, you know what? We're already going to go back because I have an idea. While it would be nice to get points, I also really want to get other bonuses and things. So what we're going to do is we're going to modify the 2 to a 1 using 1 gold to change it down. And we're going to go to the ace instead, which is value 1 for all purposes here in terms of number values. And we are going to be able to ignore wanted in the cemetery. Since we may want some of those bonuses, I feel like that's a decent one to get here. So we have our ignore wanted. So we're going to go ahead and circle that. And this is nice because it gets us a diamond action. So we can either use value A through 7 to get a gold and a hammer, which will get us money at the end of the round, or we can get a gold and a gold pan, which will get us gold at the end of each round. And I think that's what we want to do. So we're going to go ahead and circle that, take those 2 bonuses. That way we get the gold back that we spent, and we'll be earning gold at the end of each round because it seems like we need gold to move down the trail. Okay, so let's draw our next 3 cards. We have an ace of diamonds, 7 of spades, and a 9 of spades. So it looks like we might be doing a Badlands. We could also go to the mine. If we use the mine and the 7 or the 9, that gives us if we use the mine and the 9, we can get a hearts and action and a gold, which seems pretty good. because those are the two things we're going for. And that gives us the 7 of spades, which we can then hopefully use along with the 4 in our poker hand. So maybe let's do that. So we'll do 7 of spades, and then we'll do the mine action at a strength of 9. So 8 through 10, boom. And then we get a heart action and a gold. And for the trail, so we could stop on the first spot of the trail, which is 2 points, or we can skip ahead one by paying 2 gold for this scenario in order to get another gold pan. I think we want to do that. And again, we can do any value. So we could do value like 13 and go to the king, but we don't have enough gold for each stop here. It's expensive, but we also need to get to the end of this. So I'm thinking we want to go ahead and move a little quickly, at least to get some benefits for sure. All right, there's turn 2 of 5 for this round. We have a 2 diamond, a queen of clubs, and a 7 of clubs. So let's see for our club actions at the town. I'm gonna hit the club. We can do a queen, which allows us to convert money into points. Not great early game. We can also do a 2, which could let us bank on red and black, or we can put it up by 1 to get the shovel, which gets us a point every time we go to the cemetery. And we could just really bank on getting a lot of cemetery actions if we wanted to. We can then, if we do that, keep the 7 for our poker hand so that we at least have 2 or 1 pair, 7, 7. Maybe we'll get another 4, who knows? Our other option is to go to the mine. If we use the 7, we could get a wanted 4 gold and 2 points. Or we could get a club action, a wild club action, and a gold. That actually seems really good because then we can do what we were going to do anyway. And then we still keep the 7 for our poker hand. So let's do that. We're going to do 7 of clubs. And then we're going to go to the mine at a strength of the queen here. So we can build down from any previously accessed one or the top of the mine. So we're going to do Jack King. That gets us a gold, and it gets us a free action in the club. Or free action in the club. A free club action in the town. So we could choose to hunt, which means that anytime a Jack, Queen, or King comes up, those are our outlaws, we get a bonus. And I feel like that's really good to have early on. Or do we want to take that other bonus for getting the shovel? I don't think we need points. I think we need to be able to really ramp up over here. The other thing is we could go here and go to the gold pan action, which would get us a gold pan and a point if we spend 3 money. Yeah, that might be good because then we can take another trail action right away, which actually gives us a cemetery action. But I do like the idea of using this 10 here as a wild. Hopefully we'll be able to get that gold pan soon. I'm going to do this. So we get 1 point for going to that 10 building for the first time. And then we're going to choose an outlaw to hunt. We already have a queen. I'm going to say let's hunt jacks. What do you think? Okay. So we know that that is our card that we want to pull up and see come up here. Alrighty. So that's the end of round 3 or turn 3. We're going to go up next one. So we have, a club. Hey, and a 6. That's almost a 5. So we could adjust that with a gold. We also have a queen. I guess we should have hunted queens. Let's see. None of these are great, unfortunately, for our poker hand, I don't think. So I think we want to use this for sure for the suit. And then do we want strength 6 or do we want the queen here? The queen lets us trade in. Yeah, that's not great. So I think we're putting the queen of hearts here into our poker hand, unfortunately. We could still get 2 pair though if we get another queen or if we get another 4. That would be cool. Or 3 of a kind if we get a 7. And then we're going to do strength 6. I think we want to spend a gold to modify that to a 5. It's important to note that when you're spending gold, you cannot modify your poker hand cards. Only the suit by paying 2 of one of your cards, and then plus or minus to your value card per gold you spend. And I think you can only do one of those two things, but that might be a lie. I'll have to double check if and when that becomes relevant. So let's see, does it even say that actually be important to know? I usually try to not spend too much gold to for that, but it will be okay. Yeah, we'll see there in a second. So we have we spent 1 to go to the 5, so we get a gold pan. I think that's the one that we want. So we get a gold pan. We'll circle that, and then we get 1 point, and we spend 3 money. So here's our point, and here's our 3 money that we're spending. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. All right. You can modify as much as you want, as long as you feel excellent. Perfect. No. So we have that, and we get our heart action here. So we're going to cross that out. And do we want to go to the cemetery right away? I mean, it seems like not a bad thing to do, and we get a point for going there. So let's circle that star and cemetery. So if we go down here, we get a gold pan. That way we're getting 4 gold each round, which seems just really, really good. And we don't have to take wanted because we got that upgrade. So let's just do it. I'm not even going to think too hard on it. We have maxed out our gold pans, ladies and gentlemen. Time to hang it up. Stranger rolls into town, takes all the gold panning tools, and gets out. Okay. In our last hand, we have a 2 spade, 3 spade, and a 6 diamond. So, what could we do with those? Diamonds, not looking great, because we would have to go back to the top of the mine, because we haven't mined down to a 3 or 2, and I don't want to spend my last gold to modify. The other option is we can go to the Badlands and try to rob like some chickens or a cow. Unfortunately, these don't do us much good for our poker hands, so we're going to be sitting pretty at 1 pair, I think, no matter what we do. So the world is really our oyster. The other thing we can do is take a cemetery action. So if we did that, I could just get a 2 points or a 2 points, a hammer, 4 money, 2 gold, or a club, a town action. Using those, I'm not sure what we want to do, because having more town action seems pretty good, but I don't want to also use that and not be able to take a wild anymore. But if I do that, I could go to 4, which gives us a workhorse, which gets us a hammer. And then I can take another action here to get another bonus, which seems pretty good. So we might do that. So it doesn't matter which of these cards really goes where because of that, since we're just going to the cemetery instead. So we'll just do 6 diamond, why not? And then we're going to take a cemetery action. So again, we don't gain wanted from that because we have our bonus. I'm going to circle this one down here, which gives us a club, which I'm going to do the 4. And oh, I don't have 3 money to buy a workhorse. Hold up, back up. Just kidding. Instead, what could we do? We don't have money. Oh no. I mean, if I go here instead, I could get 4 money, but that doesn't seem great. Or I can go here to get 2 gold and set myself up for a big combo later. Maybe we'll do that. Our other option is to get a hammer to get more money each round. So maybe we'll back up and adjust. So yeah, we'll do this instead. So we're going to take the 3 spade for our poker hands. And then we're going to, oh, and we circled the Jack Outlaw up here. Cool. Okay, that's good to know. We are going to go to the mine and take an action of 2, which gets us a hammer and a gold. I feel okay about that. All right, cool. So we've done our 5 turns. So now we're going to move to resolving our poker hand. We have 1 pair, which gets us 2 money and 1 star. We'll go ahead and circle those. And then we move on to panning and working. So we have 4 pans. So we're going to get 4 gold, which is really exciting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then we also get 2 cash for those 2 hammers. And then the last thing we're going to do is the sheriff's going to attempt an arrest. So we're going to first decide if we want to bribe the sheriff. Since we're squeaky clean, we are not going to try to bribe the sheriff with gold, since we don't have to. Instead, we're just going to flip the card. It is a 3. So just so y'all know, for future reference, we can bribe the sheriff with gold per the amount of wanted that we have uncovered. If this card is greater than or equal to our amount of wanted, we're not arrested. But if it's less than, so like a 3 would not be great. If we had 4 wanted that were uncovered, it would not be good. Luckily, like I said, we're squeaky clean. We're a stranger. Nobody knows us here. We're just drifting through, working our way down the trail, so we are safe. And then the penalties for each round get more and more expensive with cash or points, depending. All right, so that is round 1 of 3. So we're gonna shuffle these up, bribe them. No, we don't need to bribe anybody. We are angels, you know? We're just working our way down the trail. There's nothing to see here. Okay, so step 1 for our first phase, we're gonna shuffle that deck back up. Yeah, honestly, I think it's an okay first round. If y'all just joined, basically our goal for round 1 is to get all the way down the trail for this first chapter. We do still have our lasso as well. Lasso, still don't know. And we can take a bonus action of our choice once per game. So I'm gonna hang on to that, as well as our lasso. Okay, and let's set aside our sheriff there. Okay, let's see, what do we got? So we have 3 cards. Boom. 10 of diamonds, a 6 of diamonds, and a 2 of clubs. So let's look at our 6 action here. Which we can pay to get rid of wanted. Not necessary. Let's look at our 10 action here. We could choose another outlaw to hunt. And I believe we can hunt multiple outlaws, which is not bad. We could also modify it to pay for like a pistol to get actions on the trail at the 9 building here, gunsmith. No, that was not me digging up graves. What are you talking about? We're just helping. We're just here to help, you know? No wanted here. We could also do, I'm not sure. I feel like getting the bonuses for having outlaws come up is really good. But I also like the idea of moving down the trail. And there is the next trail spot is 3 points and a wanted, but the next one is 12 money, which is like so good. I'm very tempted to just say, let's do that and pay 1 gold. And then to get the pistol, yeah, because I think that's as close as we might get. So we have our 2, 10, and our 6 of diamonds. So 6 of diamonds is going to go into our poker hands. And we're going to modify, I don't know why this keeps flipping up. There we go. We're going to modify this to make it a 9 so that we can go to the gunsmith. And we're going to pay 3 for a pistol. Start robbing this town blind. I mean, not us, because we're not like, you know, heathens or whatever. So we're going to circle the pistol over here. Okay. And that gives us +2 to our flips over there when we get there. So that's pretty cool. And then we get to take a heart trail action. So I am going to pay the 2 gold to skip this one because I don't want the wanted. I don't need the points, famous last words. But we are going to take 12 money because that is just too good to pass up. And I believe these are in rows of 10. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, and then our 2. Cool. All right. We made away with 12 cash. It's like we went to the gunsmith and then we robbed it. We got all that money. All right, let's see what our next hand is. We have, a jack. So we got our jack outlaw. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. We get to take a bonus of our choice. Hey, that's pretty cool. Let me just pull up the different buildings, make sure I'm not doing anything crazy. So yeah, Bail bonds. So we circled the jack, and at the start of each turn, if we have a lineup with a card of that value, we get 4 money, 2 gold, or cross out 2 wanted in our inventory. Yes. Okay. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so do we want cash or gold? We have a lot of cash, so I'm thinking that we might want to take the 2 gold since we want to move along the trail here. So there's that. And then we have to decide what we're doing with our cards. So we can move down the trail at value 9 for Jack, which lets us move up to those spots. We could also take a diamond action to get a bunch of gold and work towards endgame scoring. But I think we want to move down the trail. We also have a 6 diamond, so I'm thinking if we could put the 9 diamond here for our poker hand, that should maybe be good for getting cards in like a straight or a flush. So let's do, yeah, a 2 jack. So we could go all the way up to jack, but I think I want to go ahead and take the bonus badland action at stop 6. And we have +2 because we have our pistol. So that's cool. We're going to choose one of these to try to rob. And basically, based on the value, we're going to flip a card. And if the card is the same or higher, then we get all of the wanted, all of the points, and all of the money. But if it is lower, kind of similar to the sheriff, then we're going to gain all the wanted, but at the penalty of only getting half the points and no money. So do we want to go like low or high? Additionally, once we get all 3, we get a bonus. I'm not feeling too spicy. We do get +2. So the lowest we could draw is a 1, 2, 3. With that bonus, maybe let's go for the 6, right in the middle. Okay, so we're gonna rob this cow here. Let's see what we get. It's a 9, sweet. So we are very okay on that. So we are going to take our 2 wanted. Oh no, our first wanted. We're going to take 4 points and 3 money. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Okay. Cows be warned. Let's see, for our next hand, let's draw the next 3 cards. We have 7 diamond. Hey, check it out. 4 heart and 2 club. Spade. Just kidding. Spade. So do we go back to the Badlands and try to rob again and keep 7? Like, I'm tempted to get 7 for our poker hand because that just seems really good. But do we want to do a mine action? Not really those ones. So I think we'll put that there and go big or go home. Oop, I forgot to write the 9. There we go. 7. Boom. And then we have, we can go on the trail. We would have to spend a lot of gold to boost this up to a 7 or higher. So I guess we're robbing. And I think we do want to spend 1 gold to make that a 5 so that we can rob this other cow. We'll do that. And then let's see what we get. Oh no! That's terrible. Okay. It's fine. Nobody panic. So we're going to get our 2 wanted. Very nice. We are... Woo! We went from squeaky clean to like scourge of the earth there. And we don't get the money. We get 2 instead of 4. That's unfortunate. To be fair, though, if we had left it as a 4, we also would have not made it with all the cash. So there's that. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It is. So let's move on to our 4th. What do we have here? Ooh, an ace of spades. And we have a 4 of diamonds and a 6 of clubs. Well, I think we have to go for all diamonds, right? That's just how that works. This is where that poker chart comes in handy because I think a flush is just having all the same suit of cards, right? Yeah. So maybe we'll get another diamond on that last pull. And then we have an ace and a 6. Clubs, ace. We could get more stuff at the cemetery, or we can do a Badlands action of 6. We could do a 7, which would get us a mine action because we would have robbed all of those. Let's go ahead and do that. So we're robbing in the Badlands. +2 from our pistol. Let's see what we got. Hey, nice. So we got a king. So we are fine there, which means we get 2 wanted. Oh, that's not looking great. We get 4 points and 5 money. Ooh, there we go. All right, 4 points, 5 money. So we get cash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. And then because we completed that whole row, we get a bonus diamond action. So we want 4 points and a wanted, or 3 points and a wanted and 2 gold. I think we want 3 points, 2 wanted, and or 3 points, a wanted, and 2 gold. So we'll do that, and we'll take so 2 gold, a wanted, and what do we say? 3 points? Yeah, 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay. And last but not least, are we going to get a diamond? No, we did not, but we did get a jack. So there's that. And we can cross out 2 wanted because we got caught and lost. So there's that at least. Okay. What would we like to do with this? Our actions here, we can pay gold to get stuff, pay gold to look at the sheriff card and choose a bonus. That might not be bad. We're at 5 wanted. We'd also pay money to get rid of 1 here. For our poker hand, unfortunately, I think we want the 7 here so we can at least get a pair, right? So let's just lock that in. And then for these, what do we want to do? We're doing a town action, or we could do the cemetery to get a wild action there and get some other benefits maybe. Yeah, I think that's maybe what we want to do. So we're going to just dump these in the cemetery, or we could go back and get another outlaw, but we only have 1 more round. So I feel like that's not super conducive to what we want to do, but we will go here, which gets us a wild town action. And for that action, we could go here to 4 and get a workhorse for 3 cash. 1, 2, 3, which gets us a hammer. And that also, or do we want to pay to get rid of our wanted? Maybe we want to do that instead. Just kidding. So we're going to still spend 3. We can do up to 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why don't we just get rid of all of those? 4, 5. And then we get a points. That way we have 0 wanted, back to squeaky clean. And that's it for the church. We just pay to absolve our sins. Hallelujah. Those cows didn't see anything. Okay. So that is the end of that round. We're going to resolve our poker hand. So we got 1 pair. We were so close, so close. So we just get 2 cash and a point. Had we gotten a flush, we would have gotten 6 cash and 5 points, which is pretty sweet. But unfortunately, it wasn't in the cards. And then we have our pan and work. We still get 4 gold and 2 cash from that. So not too shabby. And then we get the sheriff. We're not going to bribe him. We have no wanted. Oh, beautiful. We got away scot-free. Excellent. Love to see it. Okay, and then we're going to be moving into our 3rd and final round here. We need to get to the end of the trail. The good news is if we get some high cards, we can get a lot of gold to just zip right down there. But yeah, we still have our lasso. We still have our special ability as well, where we can take a bonus action of our choice. So I'm feeling all right, even though it doesn't look great right now as far as how far we are. And we're really close to getting this bonus for getting 1 point per circled trail stop. So there's that. Did I forget the Jack Outlaw? Oh no, I think I got him. That time, the first time we took gold, and then that last one, we crossed out 2 wanted. Yeah. So that's how we were able to get rid of all the wanted that, and going to the church and paying to get rid of our sins. So here we go. Last round, unless I'm crazy, because I forget things all the time. So I would not be surprised if I said it and didn't do it, but I think I did this time. So we have shuffle our deck. We're gonna set aside our sheriff card, boom. And then we have our 5 turns. So let's see what we got. Ooh, hey, outlaw. Let's take some gold, shall we? 2 gold sounds great to me. We have a lot of money. So I think gold's gonna be more helpful. So the question is, which of these do we want to do? They're all spades, which means badlands, unless we use them for cemetery to do something else, perhaps. I like the idea of using them for the cemetery because we can get 8 money, 2 gold, and we set ourselves up to get a trail action later. Doing these at the badlands right now, we could work towards getting a trail action, but we're probably going to accumulate a lot of wanted. So I think we're going to just set these in the cemetery. The question is, which one of these do we want to set aside for our poker hand? That is less clear. We want high values. Or the other thing I can do is use 2 gold to modify the suit of our card and go to the trail, since we have a lot of high-ish cards. Or that? Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, hear me out. So let's say 7 for our poker hand. So we have a 7 spade. And then if we spend 2 gold, we could change this to a hearts. If we use the jack, we can go up to there, but I'm going to spend 4 gold to skip 2 spots. So we're skipping 1, 2, and we're going to circle this 9. But I also want to use the lasso once per game on the trail, gain the item listed on a trail site that you skipped. So we can still get this 8 gold, even though we skipped it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because that seems really good. We don't want to miss out on 8 gold. So there's our lasso. And then we can, use that gold to, like, if we do not get the right cards, we can use our power to go to the king and just to get all the way up there. Okay, and then we get our bonus action here in the town. So what kind of thing do we want to be doing? If we use for the jack, we'll know the sheriff card, and we will be able to cross off wanted or get a point. And we could get a mine action, which we could get that circled per mine, which seems pretty good, honestly. So I think we want to do that. So we're going to peek at the sheriff card. Peeksies. It is a 10. Okay, so we're pretty all right there. So let's take a point. Also, because I don't have 2 wanted to cross off. So we're going to do that. And then we get our wild mine action, which we're definitely going to take this and get the 1 point at the end of the game per circled trail per circled mine. Or do I want per circled trail stop? Well, let's see how many. I think I did these a little backwards. We're supposed to like circle these that we've gone down. Drew. There we go. Boom, boom. Okay. So we have 5 of those. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. But I'm guessing, and then we have 6 here. I'm guessing that we will want to take more trail actions though. So I'm going to circle trail, and it's only 2 wanted instead of 3. So let's do that. Okay. And then we should be good with all those actions, I believe, because that got us the town, which got us the sheriff peak and the mine action. So we're good. Okay. King, 3 and a 6 of hearts. So we could use heart and king. Let's keep the 6 up here in case we can get like a straight or something. And we're using heart and king. So the question is, do we want to book it to the end, or do we want to stop and get some good stuff? I think getting 5 points is really good, and we get a bonus point for each trail stop that we go down. So let's do that. We get 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we get 2 wanted for that, which brings us to 4 out of 10. We're okay at 10. We know that because we went to the sheriff's office. Had a little chat skis with them. All right, let's see what we have next. Boom, boom, boom. Ta-da! Another king. Man, we should have hunted kings. But we can put the 8 over here. That sets up pretty nicely, right? Maybe. And then we have a 10 in the town, which we could choose another outlaw to hunt. Doesn't seem great, but we can modify it with gold. Or we could do, in the Badlands, we could do a big robbery. I don't know about that either. So maybe, or we can do cemetery, or we can modify it again. We change this. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. So we're going to change that to a hearts. And then we're going to go all the way up, potentially to king. I don't need to cross out 2 of our, or 6 wanted. So we're just going to take the queen action, which gets us the mine action. We could get 1 point per circled mine, which seems really good. So let's do that. And we get 3 wanted there. So we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 10. Still okay on that front. All right. And let's see what we get here. A chow. Yay, it's a jack. Awesome. So what are we doing there? Do we want to cross out 2 wanted? Do we want 4 money or 2 gold? I'm not sure. We'll come back to that here in a second. What are we doing for our actual action? Mines, we could get 4 points. And oh no, we can't. We get 2 points of wanted and 4 gold. And then we could get points for circled buildings at the end. That seems pretty good if we work towards that. But we only have this 1 more action and then our special ability, which we're probably going to need to have to use on the trail. And then we'll be at exactly 10 wanted if we do it that way. Oh, because we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we take more wanted, we're going to have to use an action to get rid of some wanted as well. But we do have this jack, so we're going to get rid of 2 there. Yes, this is the plan. Okay. And then we're going to go to the mines. We're going to use value 7. Ooh, hang on a second. That's not super great because then our poker hand is kind of whatever. So do we want to use a 7 there? I'm wondering. At the end of the game, we do get money, 1 point for each 4 cash, 1 point for each 2 gold, our end game scoring, and then we also get points for our stars. But I think we want to push our luck and hope that we get something good here. So let's lock that in. And then for over here, we can do the mine action, or do we go to the town? If we go to the town, I could pay 2 gold to modify this into the stables where we could then get some bonuses, or we could go to the mine and modify this to be queen for 4 points, or pay a lot to modify it to get less good stuff, but work towards getting points per circle building, which is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I don't think that that's great. This here is inherently just like 3 points for circling this cemetery action thingamabob. So I think that's what we want to do. So we're going to go to the town. And we're going to pay 1 gold here, 2 gold here to do the 4 action. We'll pay 3 money for a workhorse. Doesn't super help us right now. It gives us +6 on the trail. Oh wait, no, we get the workhorse first. Just kidding. Let's do that. So we get a hammer and a point. Right, and we could get the workhorse later, which is 4 money, and it gets us +6 on the trail, but we have our wild anyway, so I think we're fine there. And then we get a cemetery action, which we will take this one. Again, we don't take the wanted, but we do get 2 gold and 8 money. That's a point, not money, or gold. So we get 2 gold and 8 money. Oh, it fills out both of our rows really nicely. Okay. And then final hand, will we get 2 pair? Will we get something crazy? 3 of a kind, who knows? Whatcha? No, but we got a jack. Okay, so we get a bonus. Let's see what we're gonna do first. We have trail action. We can pay to get it to a king, and then we can take an action of our choice, which is pretty cool. Let's see, at the town, does this help us at all? We could use it to get an 8 and pay a bunch of money to get a lot of points and to get another cemetery action, which gets us our trail action finally as well. So I think we want to go to the town, or yeah, I think we want to go to the town. I think we want to use the 9. This doesn't, neither of these helps us with our poker hand, right? Unless I'm crazy. And then we'll put the jack here. We're going to pay 1 gold to make that 9 and 8 and go to the land office. We should probably purchase a plot of land. So the 6 gets us 6 money gets us 3 in a row, which is like 3, 4, 5 points. 8 money gets us 3, 4, 5, 4 points or 5 points for the difference in money. Right now we have 10, 20, 6 money, and it's denominations of 4. So spending 8 should be fine. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can cross off 3 like this. So like boom, boom, boom. That little plot of land down here in the corner is what we're purchasing. So we get 5 points for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we get to take a cemetery action, which we can do this one. No wanted for that, but we do get a trail action, which we're going to go here and get the king. So we get 6 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we get 3 wanted. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3. Are we okay on wanted? What's happening here? Let me check. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are just shy of that 10. But we do have our special ability. So we get 1 bonus action of our choice. Oh, we also do need to take our outlaw bonus. So 2 gold is just a point. Let's do that. 1, 2. And then what do we want to do as our special bonus action? Unfortunately, we can't get down to these bonuses down here. But we could, if we have exact wanted, it's equal to or lower. So if we did take something that gave us 1 or 2 wanted, that would be fine. The question is, do we want to gamble on points and money, or we can just go to the mine and get points there? Oh, we can get 4 points here. Let's do that. So we're going to use our special ability for the stranger. We're going to do a mine action over here, going down this way. And then, because we did like this before. Yeah. So we'll do like that. So we get 4 points. And a wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm wondering if there was a different place where we could have gotten a better bonus. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just kidding. That gets us 1 point for going here because we get the mine bonus. But, however, if we take a town action, we can also do a Badlands action, which probably will get us 2 points and maybe more points for money. How does that work? And we can trade gold for points, 8 to 1, or cash for points. So I think we actually want to go to the town and visit the Prospectors Club. That's like a very fitting arc for us. We came in as a stranger, we got all the gold pans, and now we're ending at the Prospectors Club. I think that works thematically pretty well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to max that out. So we get 8 points instead of 4, 3, 4, 5, well, instead of 6, 7, 8. We don't take wanted for that. We are going to do Badlands action. Unfortunately, these all require us to take 3 wanted, which means we'd have to pay a bunch to bribe. So I think we're just going to try to rob this little low-life chicken down here. All right. And we need a 2 or higher. Can we do it? 7. Perfect. Oh, that was the 7 we needed for here. So we do get 1 wanted, and then we get 2 points and 3 cash. So 1 wanted, and then we get 2 points, 1, 2, and then we get 3 cash. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if that bumps us up or not. So there's that. And then we get to resolve our poker hands. Fortunately, we only have 1 pair, so that's 2 money and 1 star. And then we get to pan and work. So we get 4 gold. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we get 4 cash. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we are going to attempt an arrest. Oh no, we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, what's it gonna be? 10, safe. All right, awesome. So we have that for our sheriff, and then we're gonna go into our scoring. So let me just set these off to the side here. Okay. Game scoring, we get for every $4, 1 point. So we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, just shy of 7. There. For every 2 gold, we get a point. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, just shy of 1. Then for our gray stars, we get, let's see, 1 point per circled mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. 7 plus 1 for every circled showstop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 7 plus 8 is 15, at least last I checked. And then we have our stars. We have 10, 20, 30, 48. Is that good? Did we do it? I have no idea. Let's see. And let me get out a calculator, because boy, oh boy, am I not trying to do that mental math Friday at evening. Oh, I guess it's 1025 plus 48. So 73. And we did get to the end of the trail, so we did fulfill. I did not forget that that was our objective for chapter 1 here. Let me just make sure I did math correctly. Yes, 73. So let's see, our chapter score in normal mode, 73 is 2 stars. Hey, so we got, yeah, for chapters 1 through 3, 65, we got that, just a peek. Hey, oh, well, okay. If we were playing hard mode, we would have needed 2 more points in order to get 2 stars, but let's go ahead and see what our outcome is here. Is this the epilogue for, oh, at the end of the campaign? Okay, just kidding. So we are not going to find out what happens in the epilogue, but we did end up with, we used our lasso, so that's spent, but we did get 2 of those points, which, where are the point cards? I think I put them in here. Ta-da! We have 2 legendary points. Look at us. Pretty great, huh? A little badge. What up? So I'll set that to the side so I can know. Place your special items, character card, earn legendary points, and chapter scorecard behind this card. Nice. Okay. Chapter scorecard? Chapter scorecard. Oh, here we go. We have that. We have our lasso. We have the stranger. Oh, do we keep getting this each time? That's pretty cool if that's how that works. I'll have to look and see. But we'll put all of our stuff in our 2 legendary points. So proud. Okay. And we'll put the rest of these back in here in our solo stuff. Okay, and there's that chapter 1 setup. Perfect. Okay. And yeah, and then that sets me up pretty nicely, I think, for chapter 2. I do appreciate as well, while I'm packing up here, my thoughts. I do appreciate that it's like a 1 sitting, but you have a special objective. I feel like the story seems kind of thematic. You know, you're traveling down the trail, just trying to get into town for this first chapter. So I really like that. I'm not usually like super huge on theme with games, but this is like just enough that it feels right. And I like the little story infused where it's not like a whole thing where throughout the game I'm like constantly having to refer back to like, okay, and then this happens in the story. I like that it's just a little snippet and my mind can kind of make up like what's happening, like where we came in and we're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna steal bodies from the cemetery, but we made friends with the gravedigger. First thing we did when we got into town, made friends with the gravedigger, or with the cemetery, what is his name? I don't remember. Undertaker. And got all the gold pans and then ended up with the Prospectors Club. So I thought that was really cool. Oh, and because we scored 2 legendary points. Oh, right. Yes, because as y'all saw, I totally glossed over it because we got to this one, we get to switch over to the dark side. Ooh. So we get no starting ability. Oh no. Y'all, we got nerfed. And we start with wanted. We're too good. We moved up too fast in the ranks in the town. Oh no. All right, that's pretty cool. That fits into what I was just saying with the whole like story of it, where they're not like hand feeding you the story, giving you just enough to be able to be creative and kind of make up on your own what happens in each playthrough. I really appreciate that. That's the kind of like storytelling that I like in games. I like to use my brain and get creative with it and like imagine these scenarios versus just like reading passively what happens to me. So there you have it. That is chapter 1 of Fliptown, the Lone Gun, new solo expansion. Like I said, huge shout outs to Steven Aramini for making such an awesome game and offering to send a copy. Super generous, and I'm very, very grateful because I've really been enjoying Fliptown, like I said, with friends, and so this was the perfect opportunity to finally be able to get that solo game in and try out the campaign. And I'm really excited to see like how the story progresses. So if y'all are interested in seeing more of that, maybe we'll do another stream in the future, or I might just do it kind of off camera and share my thoughts and update on like Discord and Instagram. So yeah, thanks so much for sending it. I really appreciate it and very excited. I know a lot of folks, like I said, are very, very excited to get their copies too in our community and try it out for themselves. So yeah, I'm very excited to hear how everybody's playthrough goes once they get their copies, whether you're ordering it direct or hopefully PMP Arcade. That would be super fun, especially for some of our international folks. But yeah. Overall, can't say it enough. Fliptown is a really awesome game. I love the aesthetic. I love the components. I think that the actual mini games are really fun and it has a lot of fun combos. There's a lot of depth here, but it doesn't feel overly complicated. I think there's just enough in each of the different areas, and I like that you can really, if you want to, push your luck with bribing and getting a lot of wanted and going to the Badlands. Or if you want to play it safe, you can like do actions in the mine and in the town. And, you know, there's a lot of different variety based on your play styles and preferences. So I think there's a lot here in terms of replayability as well, whether you're playing solo or in a group. So yeah, I suppose that's about all the time we have for tonight. Thanks so much if you're joining live. Thanks if you're watching in the future. Would love to hear your thoughts. And again, if you ended up picking up the Lone Gun, let me know how your first chapter goes. And the little stories that you end up making from that as well. So have a great rest of your evening, everybody, or day, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And we'll see you next time. Bye.